What's up everyone, welcome back. I'm Blake McLain and I'm a music producer. So today I'm stoked. I am reacting to the entire Made in the AM Deluxe Edition One Direction album. You all requested this one or Midnight Memories and I just kind of jumped on this one first, I don't know why. Midnight Memories, if I can say it. That'll probably come like maybe next week or the week after, or like later in this next week. So got tons of finals, it's crazy right now. But only 1 week and a half left of them, so pray for me. Anyways, that being said, stoked on it. Please, if you like the video, please give me a subscribe, give me a like, and I'm gonna put my social media up top. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you use. Send me a message on there, send me a DM, leave me a comment, whatever, and tell me, what you like, give me feedback, suggestions. I appreciate it all, and I've had a lot lately, and I'm trying to get around to all of them. So if I haven't answered you yet, just hold on, I will. Sometimes it just takes a little bit, it's a lot. But I do my best too. So anyways, that being said, I've said anyways a lot, whatever. Let's jump into it. Let's get going. Oh, I'm gonna put all the timestamps down in the description per usual. You can skip to whatever song you want or you can watch the whole thing. Kinda hope you watch the whole thing. It's crazy when people do it, I love it. All right, let's go to Hey Angel. Nice organ. First off, that's a long intro. Most of the time when you hear songs now especially, and it might be because this is from like 2015, but most songs are, you try and get into them within the first like 10 seconds at the most, because you want to hit that chorus, like the actual hook by the first 30 to 50 seconds max. If you listen to most pop songs now, that's when they hit it. So that's bold of them, but I guess they also can. It's One Direction. That was close.
Do you know the reasons why when you go up to the sky, angel? Do you look at us and laugh?
It's so cool because now I can hear the difference between people because I've done their albums so far. Everybody but Liam. I feel like I left him out. Poor guy. I'll get to it.
We hold on to the past, angel. Oh, I wish I could be more like you.
Group vocals in the back to bring in that hook.
Do you wish you could be more like me? Oh, I wish I could be more like you. Do you wish you could be more like me?
It hasn't changed a lot dynamically, just because it's just been sort of a straight forward, chill on a beat the whole time, but it's not like a groove, you know what I mean? It's more of an upbeat, like, rock feel.
Hey, angel.
It's cool, there's a reverse piano there for a second.
Tell me, do you ever try to come to the other side? Hey, angel.
He's still got that grit. Also, I just want to point out, perfect example of having two contrasting melodies, where it is like the call and response, but you have like elongated to rhythmic. So it's like that. Hey angel. And actually, that's the harmony to it. Hey angel. Da 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 da. Hey angel. So it's like elongated, rhythmic, and it just pushes and pulls,
Tell me, do you ever cry
There it is.
when we waste away our lives? Oh, I wish I could be more like you. Do you wish you could be more like me? Oh, I wish I could be.
And then it goes into a very straightforward rhythmically, like from a rhythmic standpoint, it's very straightforward. The melody on that chorus is. Also, what's interesting is they aren't changing very much, like their notes. They're pretty much staying on the same like couple little notes, you know, that hey angel, and then they go into the hook, which is oh I wish I could be more like you. Yeah, doing the falsetto this morning because it's morning. I am not gonna belt that. See what I mean? They're pretty much staying in that same little area. Alternate melody for the bridge. Nice. So they spread the vocals then, just to give it, you know, a little bit of a change, because it has to change. You know, everything always has to change. So I talked about this on the Halsey album that I did yesterday that isn't up yet because copyright issues. But just wait, it'll be up. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, they kind of have to. But it's fair use. But yeah, enough of my rant. Anyways, what I was going to say is a lot of times like they use reverbs, like reverb vocals as transitions and, you know, to kind of like create an atmosphere. And Halsey did that a lot on Manic. You know, just always kind of keeping something in the background that was vocally. And it's interesting because it's using the vocals as more of an instrument and a tool. Brought in way more harmonies on that one. Do you wish you could be more like me? Oh, I wish I could be more like you. Do you wish you could be more like me? Hey, angel. Nice. Good intro. Also, just because I was just thinking about it, I don't want them to get mad at me for like, you know, saying, no, they have to do this, you know, they have to put my stuff up. Because they really don't. It's just like law is very not black and white, it's very gray. And it's more like there are factors that you have to meet, and like, it's always like up for consideration. You know what I mean? Like, it's always up for debate, everything is. I could go on about that for hours, especially stuff like this. You know, with Fair Act, just small rant. With Fair Act, like, there's 4 main factors. I think one is like education. I'd have to look at it one more time. One is education. Like, if it's for education, then it's fine. If it's that was weird. Wow. If it's like for education, it's fine. If it's for like promotional purposes, it's fine. Like a couple of things like that, you know. And basically, like a court would consider that. Like, they would look at those and they would be like, well, does it meet these 4 factors? If it does, then potentially, you know, it's okay to be used. But it's always up for debate. You know, nothing is ever a sure thing in the law, ever. Okay, so let's continue. Let's go to Drag Me Down now that I have given my speech for the day.
I've got fire for a heart. I'm not scared of the dark. You've never seen it look so easy.
You can tell Harry took the lead on this one in writing it even. I bet you he was one of the, well, I know they all wrote all of them, but like, I bet you he was one of the lead, you know, influences in this.
River for a soul, and baby you're a boat. Baby you're my only reason. If I didn't have you, there would be nothing left. The shell of a man that can never be his bed.
I'm so stoked I can't tell the difference. This is great.
If I didn't have you, I'd never see the sun. You taught me how to be someone, yeah. else was ever behind me. All these lights, they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me down. All my life, you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me.
Hear all the changes, how it's been like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then they kind of come together for that pre-hook.
All these lights, they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, nobody can drag me down. I got fire for a heart, I'm not scared of the dark. You've never seen it look so easy. I got a river for us.
This reminds me of something and I don't know what it is. That melody. Oh my god, I do. I know exactly what it reminds me of. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring that up here in a second. But like if we, I just heard a harmony coming in, and that's what did it.
Nobody, nobody can drag me down. I got fire for a heart, I'm not scared of the dark.
So like there'll be another harmony that
Never
comes
seen
in.
it look so easy. I got a river for a soul, and baby you're a bowl. Baby you're my only reason. If I didn't have
There's something I think I'll have to listen. So you go, this is where you start layering. You know, you build, and then you release it. So you go claps, then snare, ready? Double them. It's very like indicative of like the middle, or not Jimmy World, but the other one with oh my gosh, what's wrong with my brain today? The other one, you know, the why don't you just meet me in the middle? That one. Yeah, because it's like a lot of those songs. Starving is another one. The I didn't know that I was starving till I tasted you, like that. Because it's like they have the same sort of guitar tone, that, you know, nice like thick, but it's not too distorted guitar tone. And sometimes they'll underlie it with a synth, but they do that build and then they release it to like a nice like halftime feel almost. I don't even think the middle does, but it's just like an open feel, if that sort of makes sense. All right, let's keep going.
Nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody can drag me. All my life you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me. All these lights, they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me down. All my life you stood by me when no one else was.
And those OOs in the back just give it more movement. You know what I mean? They keep it kind of pressing forward.
Behind me, all these lights, they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me down.
Oh,
Nobody,
I love
nobody can drag me down. Nobody,
it. I know, I sang along with it. I was just hoping he would go there when he started, so I was like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Yes.
nobody can drag me down.
Yeah.
Nobody,
Exactly what I was thinking.
can drag me down. Nobody, nobody can drag me down.
Oh, that's sick. Man, Harry really jumped on that. I know that was Harry. He killed that. Okay, the song I was thinking of. You know I have to do this. Like at least once in the video, you're all gonna die. I know this is what it was. And I'm also just showing how much of a nerd I am. Because, or not nerd, but maybe my age and how old I am. It's this one. It's Ali and AJ.
It took too long, it took too long, it took too long for you to call back. And normally I would just forget that, except for the fact it was my birthday.
because then the harmonies. Maybe there isn't. Huh, weird. But let me go back.
Please, nobody can drag me. Nobody, nobody. I got fire for a heart. I'm not scared of the dark. You've never seen it look so.
Yeah, theirs is just faster and sped up. It's just funny because sometimes you pull from things and you don't even know where you're pulling from, and it's never intentional. It's just funny to like when somebody does hear the similarities. All right, let's keep going to perfect. Ooh, that was close.
I might never be a knight in shining armor.
All right.
I might never be the one you take home to mother. And I might never be the one who brings you flowers. But I can be the one tonight. When I first saw
That bass was very like Green Day, actually, is what that bass reminded me of, which he has an amazing bass tone.
you from across the room, I can tell that you were curious.
Now you have a lot of the movement underneath the vocal. The like that, 16th notes.
Oh yeah, girl, I hope you're sure what you're looking for. It's not good making promises, but if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't
Well, I might use that then if they did.
Baby, I'm perfect. Baby, I'm perfect for you. And if you like midnight driving.
So one of my secrets with writing songs, like, I just spit again. I keep doing this every time. It's because I'm drinking things. I say that like every video. One of my secrets with writing songs, and don't tell anyone this. Okay, yeah. Is sometimes like when you hear things in another song, like always listen and see where your brain would go with something, and if it's different from what they did, use it. Like mine just went to here, so like,
Having secret promises.
and I'll probably end up using this on something. You wait.
But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, but if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, baby, I'm perfect. Baby, I'm perfect for you. And if you
Like that.
driving
You know what I mean? So it goes to a different one. Yeah.
windows down, if you like going places we can't even pronounce, if you like to do whatever you've been dreaming about, baby, you're perfect. Baby, you're perfect. So let's start right now.
I'll actually listen to the chorus on the next one. It's just, I had to get that stuck in my head now. That way it's there. Oh, cool. Nice transition.
Be the hand you put your heart
Is that reverbed transition?
on, the arms that hold you anytime you want. But that don't mean that we can't live here in the moment. 'Cause I can be the one you love from time to time. When
The bass is more prominent now on this verse. If you go back and you listen to the first one, you'll notice whenever they like actually came in with full band and singing, and they switched over from Louis, like it, the bass pretty much dropped out except for the 16th notes. On this one, they brought that full bass back in.
first saw you
Well, actually, no,
from
they.
across
Yeah.
the room, I can tell that you were curious.
Bass always follows the kick drum, by the way. It's one of the greatest things. I mean, greatest things you can do, because the bass is like the drums are like the backbone, and the bass is like the extension of the backbone. You know what I mean? It's like the underlying, or the foundation, actually.
Girl, I hope you're sure what you're looking for. 'Cause I'm not good at making promises. But if you like causing trouble up in hotel rooms, and if you like having secret little rendezvous, if you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do, then baby, I'm perfect. Baby, I'm
It's another great way. So like you think it's gonna build and gonna do the like that, but they just cut them, which is really cool, and just let the vocal sort of take the center stage.
Perfect for you, and if you like,
And then bring it in.
drive it with the windows down. If you like, going places we can't even pronounce. If you like to do whatever you've been dreaming about. Baby, you're perfect. Baby, you're perfect. So let's start right now. And if you like, cameras flashing every time we go out.
It's just great because they can do this. They can, like, you know, it might feel repetitive if it was just one person singing this song, but because it's more than one person, you know, they bring it down, and just there's so much change in dynamic every single time. Like, it's easy. It's almost easy, but it's not.
Oh yeah. If you're looking for someone to write your breakup songs about, baby, I'm perfect. And baby, we're perfect. If you like
That high note in the back.
hotel rooms, if you like having secret little rendezvous.
Okay, so this is cool. Listen to this. I know I've stopped these a lot, but they're just perfect for teaching things. Like, amazing. So that synth that's underneath, you know, the really dirty, like, bass sounding synth, you can hear it every single time the kick drum hits. It sort of cuts out for a second, and that's that side chain that I was talking about on Youngblood and on a couple other songs, especially on that album. You can hear it do this every time the kick drum hits. It's a side chain with a compressor.
If you like to do the things you know that we shouldn't do,
You know what I mean?
I'm perfect. Baby, I'm perfect for you. And if you like, then I drive it with the windows down. If you like going places we can't even pronounce. If you like to do whatever
Brought in the tambourine here as something extra.
you've been dreaming about. Baby, you're perfect. Baby, you're perfect. So let's start right now.
Tremolo on that guitar, that shing-gung-gung-gung-gung-gung-gung. It's what they use. So tremolo, perfect way to describe it. It's a guitar pedal, or you can use it as an effect on a lot of other things. But like beginning of Green Day, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, that's a tremolo. That's a tremolo pedal. Right, Infinity, and then I think I have to. Actually, I should probably do it now. I'm gonna pause this and cut, and then come back. All right, let's dive into Infinity. Let's dive into Infinity. That's cool.
Down to earth, keep on falling when I know it hurts. Going faster than a million
That's very Coldplay.
miles an hour. Trying to catch my breath some way, somehow. Down to earth, it's like I'm frozen but the world still turns. Stuck in motion and the wheels keep spinning around. Moving in reverse with no way out.
You know, I say it's very Coldplay because it's what Coldplay does a lot with their stuff is he stays in this very like he stays in like this little mixed range where like it feels very intimate because it sounds like it's very close. He doesn't get very loud a lot of times with his vocal until later in songs, but the starts are generally, you know, you have a lot going on in the back, but it's like very U2-ish kind of in the back, and big reverbs, that kind of a thing, you know, put a high pass filter on it, cut out a lot of the highs, or low pass filter. I can't ever get that right. I don't know why. I just cut out the highs or cut out the lows. But I think it's the opposite. Anyways, I think the names are the opposite. But anyway, so like it brings his huge contrast between the background and where his vocal sits, and it's very relaxed. So that's why this reminds me of it.
And now I'm one step closer.
Hear that kick? How it's not, how that kick isn't very prevalent? It's same thing.
2 steps far from you when everybody wants you. Everybody wants you. How many nights do it take to count the stars? That's the time it would take to fix my heart. Oh baby, I was there for you. All I ever wanted was the truth.
Using the kick as like a heartbeat. That's nice.
Yeah, yeah. How many nights have you wished someone would stay? Lie awake, only hoping they're okay. I'll never count it all on mine. If I tried, I know it would feel like infinity. Infinity.
They're mixing those harmonies like in with the synth, so you can't really tell the difference between them. but it gives so much depth to the vocal and to the whole track. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Eyes can't shine unless there's something burning bright behind. Since you went away, there's nothing left in mine. I feel myself running out of time, and now I'm one step closer to being two
They added in the toms there.
steps far from you. When everybody wants you, everybody wants you. How many nights does it take to count the stars? That's the time it would take to fix my heart. Oh baby, I was there for you. All I ever wanted was the truth. Yeah, yeah. How many nights have you wished someone would stay? Lie awake, only hoping that.
They brought him in earlier this time. It's almost like choir. I wonder if it's got to be just them.
Okay, I'll never count it all of mine. If I tried, I know it would feel like infinity. Infinity.
Hear how U2 and like Coldplay that guitar is with the delay on it.
Infinity.
The delay is brilliant. It's just playing off the word infinity. That's so cool because it's gonna go forever. That was totally written with electric guitar, and they're like, no. Let's put a synth there instead. I guarantee it, because the rhythm of it is strummed rhythms. Hear how much this song has grown from the very beginning? It sneaks up on you.
Infinity.
Killer. That was good end of the day.
I told her that I loved her, was not sure if she heard. The roof was pretty windy and she didn't say a word. Party dying downstairs, had nothing left to do, just me
It's just cool. I'm thinking about their influences. Fun. That's what this reminds me of.
and the moon. I said you're on fire, babe. Then down came the lightning on
The bass is gorgeous.
me. Love can be frightening.
It's mostly because of the kick. Where that kick is sitting, the bass under it just gets you.
All I know at the end of the day is you want what you want, and you say what you say, and you follow your heart, even though it'll break sometimes. All I know at the end of the day is you love who you love. There ain't no other way. If there's something I love from a million mistakes, you're the one that I want at the end of the day.
You can just tell so many of these were written on guitar, like primarily, and then they just switched out the guitar with synth in a lot of places to make it more pop. It's like stadium pop.
At the end of the day, you're the
Acoustic guitar that they brought in.
that I want at the end of the day. She said the night was over, I said it's forever. 20 minutes later, wound up in the hospital. The priest thinks it's the devil, my mom thinks it's the flu. But girl, it's only you. I set you on fire,
His
babe.
voice is so prominent when it comes in, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, there he is.
Down came the lightning on me. Love can be frightening for sure. All I know at the end of the day is you want what you want, and you say what you say, and you follow your heart, even though it'll break sometimes. All I know at the end of the day is you love who you love. There ain't no other way. If there's something I love from a million mistakes, you're the one that I want at the end of the day. When the sun goes down.
These transitions are fantastic, and they're hard to do in a song that continues to change its tempo.
I know that you and me and everything will be alright. And when the city's sleeping, you and I can stay awake and keep on dreaming. You and I can stay awake and keep on dreaming. All I know at the end of the day is you want what you want, and you say what you say, and you follow your heart, even though it'll break sometimes. All I know at the end of the day is you know.
Oh, yeah, man, dude, he's killing it. I just can't. That's the stuff I want to do. Oh my gosh, maybe one day. I just got to keep practicing like those vocals, because those are hard to get up in. Like, I mean, he's pushing some notes there.
Love, there ain't no other way. If there's something I love from a million mistakes, you're the one that I want at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you're the one that I want at the end of the day.
It's such a nice walk up to the go, 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 go. I think that's what it was. Oh. It was a very like Queen kind of Bohemian Rhapsody tone on that guitar at the very end too. All right, let's keep going. If I could fly. I'm gonna talk more about maybe like structure in some of these songs now instead of like so many instruments, because like they're I'll just talk about whatever. I mean, they're all kind of pulling me.
If I could fly, I'd be coming right back home to you. I think I might give up everything just.
Those walks are just fantastic. I love it when they follow the vocal line,
Ask me to
or vice versa.
pay attention. I hope that you listen, 'cause I let my guard down. Right now I'm completely defenseless. For your eyes only, I show you my heart. But when you're lonely and forget who you are, I miss it.
Nice call and response on those vocal, like on that melody.
Half of me when we're apart. Now you know me for your eyes only. For your
You know why this feels so intimate already, and a lot of it has to do with the mix of the piano, because like it's a very soft piano, but it has some nice like mids in it. If that makes sense. And so like the where they're placing it as well, like behind the vocal, gives it a church feel, and it makes it feel like you're just standing there in church surrounded by people that can sing like crazy.
eyes only. I've got scars.
Hear the difference too in the way that their vocals are mixed. This is a very interesting thing. So like listen to where, I think that was Harry. Like listen to where his vocals are, and then I think that was, I'll have to listen who comes in next.
Eyes only.
Yeah. Hear where he is.
For your eyes only.
So there's not really a lot of highs in his vocal because he has more like depth and warmth, and then
I've got scars.
that's Louis. He's got way more way more highs and mids in his vocal because he actually has a lower range anyways. So there's a nice contrast between the two. They give him more highs and more breath.
Though they can't always be seen, and pain gets hard, but now you're here and I don't feel a thing. Pay attention, I hope that you listen.
The difference when he comes in like,
'Cause I let my guard down. Right now I'm completely defenseless. For your eyes only,
all together.
I'll show you my heart. But when you're alone,
How they've slowly brought in those strings. This is one of the ones where it just continues to build, and at the end you're like, how did we get here? Oh my gosh, there's so much going on.
and forget who you are. I'm missing half of me when we're apart. Now you know me for your eyes only. For your eyes only.
Oh, pretty harmonies.
I can feel your heart inside of mine. I've been going
You already know what I'm gonna say there.
out of my mind. Know that I'm just wasting time, and I hope that you don't run from me. For your eyes open.
Such a huge difference between the way that they're mixed, and it's so that they have the most contrast possible.
I'll show you my heart for when you're lonely. And forget who you are. I'm missing out for me. But when we're apart, now you know me. For your eyes only.
Biggest chorus. Hear this.
Your eyes only. I'll show you my heart when you're lonely.
There's so much more movement going on here, and there's way more harmonies stacked too.
We forget who you are. I'm missing half of me when we're apart. Now you know me for your eyes only. For your eyes only. For your eyes only.
Okay, I just noticed something too. You see what my shoulders just did? Like, if you rewind it just a little bit, that whole chorus, because there's so much going on, I'm like this, I'm like this, and then the second they bring it down, this is what music does to you. It just automatically relaxes. It's unbelievable. I didn't even notice. All right, let's go long way down. I like the feel already.
We made a fire, went down in the flames.
Those drums, though. Oh, that's what I like to hear. That is what I like to hear.
We sailed an ocean and drowned in a wave.
Nothing but those are stadium drums. 100% like stadium like 80s drums. The cannon shot snare, and you can just hear the little bit of echo on that kick.
Built a
It's the wall.
cathedral, but we never prayed. We had it all, yeah, and we walked away. Point of no return, and now it's just too late to turn around. I tried to forgive you, but I struggle 'cause I don't know how.
I know he's gonna go up eventually.
We built it up so high, and now I'm falling. It's a long
See, the third one always has to be different.
way down.
Not always, but it works when it is different. You know, same line, tail.
It's a long way down from here. We had a mountain, but took it for granted.
Brought in the acoustic a little bit. Now you have to give it the movement on the second verse.
We had a spaceship, but we couldn't land it. We found an island, we got stranded. We had it all, yeah. Who could have planned? Point of no return, and now it's just too late to turn around.
Louis gets a lot of the, he takes a lot of the spots on the verses, doesn't he? You can tell because like he has the lower voice, he doesn't have the higher range to really like sit in the main part of the melody on the choruses, but he can give those verses more depth than probably anybody else really, and then take the mid or the low harmony in the chorus.
I try to forgive you, but I'm struggling 'cause I don't know how.
Awesome too, like you have rhythm, let go on that melody. You know, I'll preach that to the end of the world. You know, ba da 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 ba 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 da or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But it's just constantly gun 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 dun 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 dun.
We built it up so high and now I'm falling. It's a long way down from here. Such a long way down. It's a long way down.
Using the back guitar, you know, the heavy reverb and a little bit of delay on that guitar. It's not heavy reverb, but it's fairly prevalent, to make it feel like, yeah, it's a long way down. You know what I mean? Things are far away.
It's a long way down. Such a long way down. It's a long way down. It's a long way down.
Yeah. All right, I gotta cut here and switch my battery out, so be right back. All right, let's go Never Enough. Okay.
Wanna pull on the ladder and get into something we'll never forget. Wanna stay up and party the weekend away and not know when to quit. Wanna drive in the night to the end of.
Reminds me of what's the Ooga Chakas. Yeah, Ooga Chaka, Ooga Chaka. I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. That one.
Then go over the edge. Wanna
Hooked on a
wake up
feeling.
with you and say, baby, let's do it all over again. Lips so good, I forget my name. I swear I could give you everything. I don't need my love. You can take it, you can take it and take it. I don't need my heart. You can break it, you can break it and break it. I just
That's cool. Okay, the underlying, like, they just have the, to give it a little bit of grit, I'm assuming, under and a little bit of movement. There's the, best way to describe the sound is like you can make it in a synth, but like it's almost sounds like a oh my gosh, like a metal detector on the beach. Listen.
get too much of you, baby. It's never enough.
Spikes.
Never enough. It's never enough. Never
It's like a bass.
enough. Wanna pull on the ladder and get into something we'll never forget. Wanna stay up and party the weekend away and not know when to quit. Wanna drive in the night to the end of the earth and go over the edge. Wanna wake up with you and say, baby, let's do it all over again.
Okay, this is a really, really good example because the huas make it very easy to understand. The rhythmic changes, like where you start on the verse, the pre-chorus, and the hook. You know, I talk about this at least once every album thing, but here it's so prevalent. So they start on the offbeat. Let me see. So after the hook, so like hook is on the one beat. You know, you go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, hook, 2, like that. Okay, so they go hook, so it's on the offbeat.
Wanna pull in the ladder and get into something we'll never forget. Wanna stay up and party the weekend away, and I know when to quit.
So when the pre-chorus comes in on the one beat where the hook would normally be.
Wanna drive in the night to the end of the earth and go over the edge. Wanna wake up with you and say, baby, let's do it all over again. Live so good, I forget my name. I swear I could give you everything. I don't need my love.
And then a little bit of lead-in. So you have all three, perfect contrasting. The I don't need, so the I is the lead-in. I don't comes in on don't.
You can take it, you can take it and take it. I don't need my heart. You can break it, you can break it and break it. I just can't get too much of you, baby. It's never enough. Never enough. It's never enough. Never enough.
They changed the drums more than once in this too. Like here, you can hear they're like trashy drums.
It's never enough. Never enough.
Sounds super trashy. Now wait and hear the drums here in a second. If they do the same thing they did on the first post hook. Hear how they're completely different? They're not trashy anymore. They're these really like thick 80s drums that have like a ton of like the transients are really nice on them, and they have like a ton of like boom to them. Actually, that's a really good way to describe it. Why is my camera doing this? Only on this video. This is weird. I'm gonna have to stop after the song and see what's going on with it because this is being weird.
Too much is never enough. Too much is never enough. Too much is never enough. Too much. Too much is never enough. Too much is never enough. Too much is never
Adding in the layers.
enough. Too much is never enough. Never enough. I don't need my love. You can take it. You can take it. Take it. I don't need my heart. You can break it.
They're using the synth as a little bit of the response. You know what I mean? That and the you can break it, you can bet it, like that. That's also the other response, but there's two little ones in there. So it's just kind of filling the space. Constantly things are taking the spotlight, you know, and interchanging.
You can break it, I just can't get too much of you, baby. It's never enough. Never enough. I don't need my love. You can take it, you can take it and take it. I don't need my heart. You can break it, you can break it and break it. I just can't.
I want to know which one that is, like who that is, because that's cool. I'm so happy somebody's using a falsetto there. Whatever it is.
It's never enough. Never enough. It's never enough. Never enough.
I was just thinking, you know, if I ever do, like, stuff takes off, I'm about to fix this. Stuff does ever take off from me, you guys have so much dirt on me. You can just go through these videos and make, like, the most embarrassing compilations, guaranteed. Yeah, please don't do that. Alright, I'm gonna pause this and fix my camera and then come right back. Okay, I think I fixed it. My, somehow all my settings got reset when I took the battery out of my camera. I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's go to, Olivia. Okay, so I do know this one. I actually know Olivia. When I was first starting, like, to get into other music and stuff and looking at production, I realized that, like, One Direction, their old stuff, and apparently their new stuff as well, just perfect like representations of like pop songs that like are more pop than rock, but they're still like kind of pop rock. So it was like a nice transition for me, and Olivia was one of the ones I heard, and I was like, this is cool. It's not that it's even that poppy, it's just like straight Beatles, which I dig. Alright, let's go. Sorry if I sing a little bit on this one. I love this song.
Remember the day we were giving up, when you told me I didn't give you enough, and all of your friends were saying I'd be leaving you. She's lying in bed with my t-shirt on, just thinking how I went about it wrong. This isn't the stain of a red wine, I'm bleeding love. Please believe me.
Cool transition, so you have the wow, 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 as like a, you know, you have to have something that's sort of indicating a transition.
You see the things you mean to me, oh, I love you, I love you, I love, I love, I love Olivia. I live for you, I long for you, Olivia.
Call response. That's what makes it so Beatles, is that you know,
Time is irrelevant.
which actually I don't even think that's there. I think it's just the instruments that do that.
I've been seeing you. The consequences upon them now. There's something I'm having nightmares about. These are the reasons I'm crying now to be with you. Please believe me, don't.
Bringing in the horns, and you hear the flutes. Wait.
To be with you. Please believe me, don't you see the things you mean to me? Oh, I love you, I love you, I love, I love, I love Olivia. I live for you, I long for you, Olivia. I've been out and lost my life.
You can just tell, I might be wrong actually, but like, it feels to me like Harry was probably the most prominent one on writing this.
Olivia. I live for you, I long for you, Olivia. Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
It's actually even just like the lyrics and everything are so Beatles. Like it's just very indicative of them, and my camera is still doing that thing, so I apologize. Yeah, let's just hope it doesn't do that much.
When you go and I'm alone, live in my imagination.
Oh, cool play off of that. Cool play. Wow, my voice just cracked. That's how excited I am. Cool play off of Pure Imagination.
Summertime, butterflies, all belong to your creation.
Yeah.
I love you, that's all I do. I love you. I live for you, I long for you, Olivia. I've been out and lost the light in your eyes, Olivia. I live for you, I love for you, Olivia.
Yeah.
Don't let me go. Don't let me go.
Is that who I think it is? If that's Louis, he's killing it right there. But like that's top of his range. But I can just tell because it's, if I'm right, the reason I would say it is because it has this really clean tone. It reminds me of Across the Universe still.
Don't let me go.
Cool. I love that song so much. I just never noticed some of that stuff. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to What a Feeling.
I'm watching the
All right, way to jump into 90s R&B after you hit me with the Beatles.
dance, dresses, catching the light. In her eyes, there's no lies, no lies. There's no question, she's not in a disguise. With no way out and a long way.
All right, why is this doing this? This is so annoying. It's been doing it all day. I've had to like redo like 2 of these songs already, or 3 of them, because like it's been doing this. No matter what I do to change it, And the manual focus doesn't work that well either. If anybody knows, drop in the comments. I'm using a Sony A7R II, so let me know.
Everybody
Yes.
needs someone around, but I can't hold you too close now. Through the wire, through the wire. What a feeling to be right here beside you.
You know what it might be? It might be because it's changing outside a lot. Hold on. I'm gonna keep playing it and talk as I'm doing this.
Holding you in my arms when the air ran out and we both started running wild. The sky fell down, but you got stars through your eyes. I got something missing tonight. What a feeling to be a king beside you somehow. I wish I could be.
Okay, hopefully that fixes it. Hear those really nice, like smooth harmonies. They cut a lot of they made them very breathy actually. They probably told them to sing them super breathy, but it gives it that closeness, you know, that intimate feeling.
Through the wire, through the wire, through the wire, I'm watching you like this, imagining your mind.
The little picks on the guitar too just give it that movement, and that's so indicative of like 90s R&B.
Too late, it's too late. Am I too late? Tell me now. Am I running out of time? With no way out and a long way down. Everybody needs someone around, but I can't hold you too close now. Through the wire, through the wire. What a feeling to be right here beside you now.
Hear the whisper track under it, like that's giving it that air.
Holding you in my arms.
It's the ahs. They're doing ahs underneath, and they're super airy.
The air ran out and we both started running wild. The sky fell down, but you got stars in your eyes. I got something missing tonight. What a feeling
There's also a ton of verb on those harmonies.
to be a king beside you somehow. I wish I could be there now. Whatever changed was holding you back, holding you back. Don't let 'em tie you down. Whatever changed is holding you back, holding you back. Tell me you believe in that. What a feeling to be right here beside you now, holding you in
Yeah,
my
that's what it needs.
the air ran.
And if they did a snare there, like rock, it wouldn't work. But the kick works super well.
Both started running wild. The sky fell down, but you got stars in your eyes.
So their harmonies are acting like a crash even, and like bringing the hook in. So like you know, on a lot of stuff you'll have like a sizzle ride. I'll show you an example after this of actually exactly what this is doing. So like where it kind of disperses itself into the chorus, you know, to let it ride, I guess, you know. But it's super airy, and they're using the vocals. I guess I'm not really describing that the best way, but they're using the vocal, and it's because I keep paying attention to this thing. It's going like in and out, and I'm gonna have to stop and fix it again. I'm getting really annoyed. Yeah, after this song I will. Anyway, so like, what was I saying? So I'll show you an example here in a second.
I got something missing tonight. What a feeling to be a king beside you somehow. I wish I could be there now. Wish I could be there
They just give it a lot of movement, and what they're doing is like a sizzle ride or a sizzle crash, or yeah, actually it's generally a ride. Or sometimes you can use the hi-hat on the drums to give it this like feel. Nora Jones uses it on, let me see, I think it's on Don't Know Why. Or it might be Come Away With Me. Let's see if it's, no, it's Come Away With Me. Ready? Hear how it like, But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It gives it this intimate, close, like airy, smoky feel. Okay, I'm gonna pause, fix whatever is going on with this, and come back. So, sorry there were so many like interruptions in this song. All right, let's go Walking in the Wind.
A week ago you said to me, do you believe I'll never be too far? If you're lost, just look for me, you'll find me.
Hear how like how everything is cut? You know, all the highs are cut out of all of those instruments.
Region of the summer stars. The fact that we can sit right here and
Even that kick.
go by means we've already won.
When I say the highs are cut out too, it makes things feel soft and muddied, you know? And it kind of does create room for the vocal.
The necessity for apologies between you and me, baby, there is none. Oh, we had some good times, didn't we? Oh,
Little call and response.
we had some good tricks up our sleeve. Oh, goodbyes are bittersweet, but it's not the end. I'll see your face again.
Oh.
You will find me.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why they did it. So that's why everything was cut out, because then you just take the filters off on the chorus.
Yeah, you will find me in places where we've never been, for reasons we don't understand. Walking in the wind,
Yeah.
walking in the wind.
And then right back to it, cut them all back out again.
Yesterday I went out to celebrate the birthday of a friend.
Now they've just added a little bit of like 16th notes like on top, like maybe brushes on the snare. Or actually, they might even just be playing on a normal snare, but
As we raised our glasses up to
Yeah.
make a toast, I realized you were missing.
I wish his vocal, they didn't cut so much out of it though, because he needs to stand a little bit farther, like a little bit closer, you know, in the mix.
Oh, we had some good times, didn't we? Oh, we wore our hearts out on our sleeve. Oh, goodbyes are bittersweet, but it's not the end. I'll see your face again. You will find me.
Gosh, what a difference.
You will find me in places where we've never been, for reasons we don't understand. Walking in the wind, walking
Now it's got to change to something here for a bridge.
away. And I know we'll be alright, child. Just close your eyes and see. I'll be by your side anytime you're needing me.
I am just thoroughly like infatuated with that guy's like tone, and he's just got an amazing vocal tone.
Oh yeah, you will find me. Yeah, you will find me in places that we've never been, for reasons we don't understand.
Notice they haven't had to do very much either with adding things to these hooks, because and I'm sure there are little things, but like aside from maybe some riffs or something like that here, like you know, just vocal things, because there's such a big difference between the verses and the chorus in the mix. You know, they don't have to add a lot because you get that impact every time.
Walking in the wind, walking in the wind, walking in the wind.
Let's go to Wolves. Sandlot.
I am calling for you.
No, but it sounds like, honestly, just first impression on this, it sounds like the end to like a romantic comedy movie where they're all at a wedding and they're all dancing. And everybody's smiling and the credits start rolling. Like,
It's a rush inside, I can't control. Your eyes keep pulling
you feel it?
me in. I know,
I'm talking to myself. I mean, technically I'm here alone. So,
I know. Your friends all talking about me. They say I got no chance at all. Your fire is burning deep in my soul, my soul, my soul. I ain't enough for the baiting, ain't enough for the taking.
ooh, I like
Got the
that.
world shaking in the middle of the night when the wolves come out, headed straight for your heart like a bullet in the dark. One by one, I try to take them down, but you run and hide. Ain't going down without a fight. Ooh, I hear them calling for you.
Bringing that piano and sit on that same melody.
I hear them calling in the middle of the night when the wolves come out, headed straight.
And that guitar is just a transition.
They come straight for your heart. I hear them calling for you. I hear them calling for you. I keep on holding tight now, 'cause your body's telling me don't let go.
I have to say it, you know I have to. I love how dirty that bass is.
We're starting up trouble. I know. It's bringing my demons out more than ever now. You better get started, boy. It's you walking up. Ain't enough for debating, ain't enough for the taking.
It needs that. It so needs that section. It feels weird, but it needs that section.
The whole world shaking in the middle of the night when the wolves come out, headed straight for your heart like a bullet in the dark. One by one, they try to take them down, but you run and hide. Ain't going down without a fight. Ooh, I hear them calling for you. Ooh, I hear them calling in the middle of the night when the wolves come out, headed straight for your heart. They come straight for your heart.
They just keep adding things every few bars.
I wish it was true, but the whole world's trying to get a piece of you, and my heart keeps fighting in this battle of fools. Gotta make it through, gotta make it through. In the middle of the night,
That's what it needed.
wolves come out, headed straight for your heart like a bullet in the dark. One by one, they try to take them down, but you run and hide. Ain't going down without a fight. Ooh, I hear them calling.
Also, he's sitting on a crash. On that, he's like the drummer. He's playing on a crash, which you don't hear that very often anymore. Like you normally hear it in pop rock, pop punk, like rock music, that kind of a thing, because you're actually sitting there and you're riding on this crash cymbal, and it's so loud and it's meant for the giant wall of sound that you've created. And here they've kind of taken that crash and the room mics and just brought them down to like maybe with the synth, like almost even. Where you can barely hear it.
Calling in the middle of the night when the wolves come out, headed straight for your heart. They come straight for your heart.
Yeah, because there's definitely like a washing synth there in the back.
I hear them calling for you. I hear them calling for you.
All right, let's go. Last song, AM.
Won't you stay till the end?
Ooh.
All my favorite conversations always made in the AM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a strong melody.
Feels like this could be forever tonight. Break these clocks, forget about time. There could be a World War III going on outside. You and me were raised in the same part of town. Got these scars on the same ground. Remember how we used to kick around, just wasting time. Won't you stay to the end?
Big difference in the mix between like the vocals on the verse and the vocals on the chorus. Wow. Like he's way more forward.
All my favorite conversations always made in the end. Cause we don't know what we're saying. We're just swimming around in our glasses and talking out of our asses.
So the reason this works so well, you know, and this is another great example of call and response, but you know, if you're gonna write a song, best way to look at it is like this, you know, like a song like this. Imagine you're in front of a crowd of like 50,000 people, okay? And it's like I say something, you say something, I say something, you say something. And this is a great example of it because you can see him going, you know, I just made in the AM, got it. Conversations, da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. You know, like you can see it going back and forth, and then he takes it back over because he's like the entertainer.
We're all gonna make it, yeah. Feels like this could be forever.
Verse 2,
right now.
ready?
Don't wanna sleep cause we're dreaming out loud. Trying to behave, but you know that we never learn how.
And then go back.
You and me were raised in the same part of town. Got these scars on the same ground. Remember how we used to kick around, just wasting time. Won't you stay till the AM? All my favorite conversations always made in the AM.
I wonder what would happen if they had taken that all my favorite conversations and like use that right after, like, here, wait.
Raised in the same part of town, got these scars on the same ground. Remember how we used to kick around, just wasting
Ready?
time.
So I go. Cause all my favorite conversations, and then maybe do like one thing, da 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 da, always made in the AM. All my favorite conversations, like that. That might have been a really nice little just something in between. I probably didn't sing it right, but you know, I mean, it would have been cool.
Won't you stay till the AM? All my favorite conversations always made in the AM. Cause we don't know what we're saying. We're just swimming round in our glasses and talking out of our asses like we're all gonna make it. Yeah, yeah. You know I'm always coming back to this place. You know, and I said,
I hope they do what I think they're gonna do.
no, I'm always gonna look for your face.
I say this on the last song of like every album I've listened to, but I hope they do it.
You know, won't you stay to the end? All my favorite conversations always made in the AM. Cause we don't know what we're saying.
Oh, no.
We're just swimming around in our glasses.
That would work still, like.
Talking out of our asses like we're all gonna make it. Yeah, yeah. Won't you stay?
I think I know exactly where I get this from too, and it's from where I came from musically. And I'll play something in just a second after this is over that I definitely, because like I wanted it to go like this on the drums,
Conversations
like,
always made
and
in
then
the
huge.
AM.
Ready?
Cause we don't know what we're saying. We're just swimming around in our glasses. Talking out of our asses like we're all gonna
And then like then ride it.
Won't you stay till the end?
guess it doesn't really call for it, you know, unless it was like bigger rock. I just can't help that, you know.
Was coming back to this Tuesday to the AM. You know, and I should stay till the AM. You know, I'm always gonna look for you. Tuesday to the AM.
Oh, it's gorgeous. So the song I was talking about was this. One of the first songs that I got to play with the band a long time ago. It's amazing because it is by The Almost, Aaron Gillespie. But let me see. It's like Amazing Grace. Where is the bit? This is cool. You don't have to necessarily, that's so rock, I know, but like, and there's, doesn't 100% call for that, but I feel like it just could have had a little bit more at the end. But that's also just because I'm like, I love that stuff. Killer album though, like absolutely killer. Sorry I had so many technical difficulties during it, but you know, I hope you all stay to the end. And I'll probably end up doing Midnight Memories. I'm definitely gonna do Harry Styles' original album sometime this week. And yeah, a couple other things in the works. So we'll get going. And thanks again. Peace, y'all. I just said y'all. It's weird.